going to give up.
His legs are not there. This time.
From a bullied child to the first and only undisputed super middleweight champion, only one boxer takes that position. With three of his older brothers being professional boxers, one being a former WBA interim world champion, Canelo had the perfect training environment. He watched his brothers, learned from their mistakes, honed a far superior skill set, and an unrivaled champion was born. Born on the outskirts of Guadalajara, his large family of 10 soon moved to Juanacatlan, and while growing up on his family's farm as the youngest of 8 children, Alvarez picked up horseback riding and has been riding ever since.
El primer caballo que tuve fue una yegua que mi papá compró cuando yo tenía como 4 años, más o menos, pero todos los días lo fregaba con comprarme un caballo. Pues no había para comprar, pero pues yo de niño no sabía, ¿no? Creo que le costó 3,000 pesos o algo así.
Canelo might have 6 older brothers, but he was still a victim of bullying because of his red hair, which he inherited from his mother. With red hair being uncommon amongst Mexican natives, he was often called chili flakes for it.
Porque como soy pelirrojo y pecoso y todo, aquí la gente en México, cuando eres pelirrojo, se pellizcan. Un pelirrojo y se pellizcan uno al otro. Entonces me daba mucho coraje. O sea, me enojaba mucho porque me daba vergüenza. Porque me daba vergüenza.
Okay. However, he might have an Irish ancestor to thank for his red hair, as Irish soldiers fought for Mexico during the Mexican-American War in the St. Patrick's Battalion.
Era muy difícil, porque éramos 8 hermanos en la casa. Y mi papá tenía la paletería y mi papá se iba todo el día a trabajar, pero jamás en la vida nos faltó de comer.
With his elder brother Rigoberto as an inspiration, Canelo took up boxing, and at just the age of 15, Alvarez achieved the remarkable feat of becoming the junior Mexican national boxing champion in Tuxtla Gutierrez, Chiapas the following year. His prowess as an amateur boxer is underscored by a spectacular record of 44 wins and 2 losses, including 12 victories by knockout. The catalyst for this decision was the challenge his trainers, the father and son duo Chepo and Eddie Reynoso, faced in finding suitable opponents for him within the junior division because he was far superior. Canelo's trailblazing career earned him the Jalisco welterweight title, the WBA Fedicentro welterweight title, and the WBC NABF welterweight title. At this point in his career, Alvarez had achieved 32 back-to-back wins and was ready to add another title to his name. He faced Luciano Leonel Cuello for the vacant WBC Silver Light Middleweight title. He won via technical knockout in the 6th round.
De manera amables amigos que vean nada más esta que es. Ahí le metió López de mano entrega. Estalló en la mano derecha en forma de recto.
Viene el Canelo Álvarez.
Este tipo de repeticiones. 5
Vuelta la balanza y cambiar muchas veces hasta el resultado de ella cuando detienen la pelea.
Saúl Canelo Alvarez.
This threw him on the path to face Carlos Baldomir, with a significant portion of the crowd, mostly Hispanic fans, present to watch the phenom Alvarez, one of Mexico's most beloved and popular fighters. And the 20-year-old fighter didn't disappoint the enthusiastic audience. He gave them precisely what they had eagerly anticipated, as he dominated the former welterweight champion Carlos Baldomir, securing a commanding 6th-round knockout victory in their junior middleweight contest.
And he's gone! Canelo knocks out the 39-year-old! He's not gonna get up!
Big right hand right there. That's what set up the big left hook afterwards. But he's been setting up that left hook the entire fight, and there it is right there. A check left hook.
Matthew Hatton might not be on par with his older brother Ricky, but he was still a decent opponent at 154 pounds, boasting an 8-0-1 record in his last 9 fights. While Hatton managed to go the distance, he didn't do much else. The British fighter landed fewer punches, hit the canvas twice, and lost every round. And in the end, Canelo received 3 119-109 scorecard verdicts, though he did lose a point for an infraction in round 7.
Oh, good
Left
shot.
and a right to the ear.
That hurt him bad.
What happens when you don't hold?
Canelo
With 3 more knockout wins, Alvarez was back in the ring. Despite Shane Mosley's increased combativeness at the age of 40 compared to his recent performances, it couldn't overcome Alvarez's youth and power. Alvarez convincingly won 11 of the 12 rounds on 2 of the scorecards and 10 on a third.
I mean, if you need to have something, his mindset to come win and prove the doubters wrong.
I mean, he's been in fights, high contact fights.
It's very seldom we ever see him fight with a guy that can punch with so much power as this.
Shots, one right after another. Boom, boom.
Champion of the world.
In a spirited 12-round contest, the fighters needed to be separated by the referee only once. Alvarez was less active in terms of punches thrown, with over 300 fewer punches than Trout, but his punches carried greater power. He managed to knock down Trout in the 7th round and ultimately secured victory,
And there is Canelo dropping Trout with a strike.
winning 10, 7, and 8 rounds on the 3 scorecards. This fight won him the WBC Unified title and the vacant Ring Light Middleweight title.
Canelo Alvarez.
The bout against Pretty Boy Floyd Money Mayweather undoubtedly stands out as the most significant moment in Canelo Alvarez's career. While some may argue over factors such as the action, tactics, or duration of the fight, there's no denying its immense impact. Despite the fact that it marked Canelo's first career loss, the fight was a colossal financial success, reining in an astonishing $150 million in revenue and attracting 2.2 million pay-per-view purchases. For Canelo, the outcome was understandably disappointing, but it was by no means embarrassing because he lost to the GOAT after all.
Work out.
Real bomb soon. It's his only hope to win the fight. Young Alvarez, we can't do anything with him.
Trouble, or when it's going to be a third situation on the inside that he can
2-1. Mayweather has defeated him, winning every round of this fight.
The Money Mayweather.
Canelo is a young, strong champion. I take my hat off to him. I take my hat off to the country of Mexico. Mexico has produced some great champions throughout the years. And Canelo is a champion. He's a true champion at heart. And a true champion like Canelo, he can take a loss and bounce back.
I love boxing and I respect boxing, and that's why I'm in Lake Tahoe right now. I've been there in 1 month right now in a training camp without my family, without everything, because I love boxing. I love the discipline of boxing. Like I say to my coach, I say when I start losing the hungry and that feel to go and train and do the correct things in the gym, then I'm retired. But I still love boxing.
In just 3 rounds, the duo collectively threw over 300 punches, with Alvarez landing more than half of his shots. The most significant blow came at the end, a powerful sweeping right hand that connected squarely with Kirkland's chin, sending him crashing to the canvas at 2 minutes and 19 seconds of the round.
But his legs are not there. This time, I don't think he's getting up. Wow. Is he counting or is it all over? He's out on his feet before the right hand hit him.
I agree.
And
He comes over. It's a sweeping right cross.
he didn't even see it.
Canelo.
aimed to outbox Canelo using movement and hand speed, but Canelo proved to be more efficient, landing more punches even though Cotto threw more. Alvarez's punches also carried more power, causing more damage. This led to a unanimous decision victory for Alvarez, with him losing only 6 rounds out of a possible 36 on all 3 scorecards.
Has him with a 5-point lead coming to the 12th. Alvarez lands a couple of pretty big shots to start this last round.
Huge shot.
Oh, what action.
This fight earned him the ring and the vacant WBC middleweight titles.
Jalisco, Mexico, Saul Canelo
Khan, known for his speed and agility, used his skills efficiently in the first 5 rounds and even had a 1-point lead on one of the scorecards. However, it all came to an abrupt end in the 6th when Alvarez connected with an overhand right following a feinted jab squarely on Khan's chin. The blow left Khan unconscious, and the referee didn't even bother to count.
The whole time. Boom! Big right hand, literally knocking the snot out of poor Amir Khan.
Canelo Alvarez.
Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas. No hay que... Los cinturones aquí se hacen a un lado. Hay que pelear por honor y por gloria nada más.
I invite him into the ring, and like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around. We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
A year after his draw with Triple G, the 2 boxers met again in the ring for the 2nd time. Canelo adjusted his tactics, adopting a more aggressive approach and delivering sharper, more effective punches. His versatility and speed kept Golovkin off balance, while his body punches effectively neutralized his opponent's offense, resulting in a decision win. This victory marked the first loss in Golovkin's 40-fight career, ending his impressive run of holding various 160-pound title belts over 20 fights spanning 8 years.
Yo no entré al boxeo por ganar dinero. Yo entré al boxeo porque me gustaba. Cuando tuve a mi hija, obviamente ya necesitaba leche, pañales y era muy difícil para mí, ¿no? Y pues ya trabajaba y ya cuando peleaba ya sabía para qué era el dinero. Pero yo no empecé en esto por dinero. Siempre soñé con lo mejor, siempre, ¿no? Pero nunca imaginé la magnitud de lo que venía. Si era así tan famoso. A mí nunca me han gustado las cámaras. Nunca me ha gustado hacer entrevistas, nada. O sea, siempre he sido muy vergonzoso. O sea, lo que a mí me está pasando, me imaginé lo mejor, pero nunca me imaginé esto.
Canelo demonstrated his dominance from the start. He repeatedly sent fielding to the canvas with powerful body shots, and after the 4th round knockdown suffered by fielding, referee Ricky Gonzalez wisely stopped the match.
It's over. Ricky Gonzalez makes the right call.
Canelo
In an exciting showdown, Canelo managed to secure victory against Jacobs via a unanimous decision. With this victory, Canelo Alvarez not only successfully defended his WBA, WBC, ring, and lineal middleweight titles, but also added the IBF middleweight title to his collection, solidifying his status as one of the top fighters in the middleweight division.
Trying to the body now in a combination, bit of a flurry from Danny Jacobs.
Canelo Alvarez.
The Russian came in as the bigger man, adopting a boxing approach that emphasized using his jab, focusing on defense, and evading Alvarez's shots. Canelo, on the other hand, aimed to wear down his opponent with a sustained body attack and concentrated on landing heavy, decisive headshots. These contrasting strategies resulted in closely contested scorecards going into the final 2 rounds. But once again, Alvarez settled matters definitively. A left hook struck high on Kovalev's head, staggering him against the ropes, leaving him vulnerable to a right that landed squarely on the chin and sent him crashing to the canvas with no need for a count at 2 minutes and 15 seconds of the 11th round.
Showing it until the last round. And, fantastic finish.
Canelo! And champion Canelo versus Smith, 12 rounds.
In a showdown against the undefeated WBA and ring super middleweight champion Callum Smith, Alvarez controlled the action throughout all 12 rounds, and his dominance resulted in Smith suffering a detached left biceps injury. Canelo didn't only walk away with Smith's titles, but with the WBC super middleweight title.
And a body shot from Canelo trying to close the show. Canelo Alvarez with the look of a 3-division.
Saunders had been putting up a commendable performance, keeping pace with Alvarez through 7 rounds effectively. However, everything changed during the 8th round when Alvarez unleashed a stinging right uppercut that found its target in Saunders' eye, causing significant damage. The punch was perfectly placed, leaving Saunders with a nearly swollen shut right eye and a fractured eye socket, while Canelo left with the WBO World Super Middleweight title.
Canelo Alvarez.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Let's go back to that press conference because that thing went viral.
We'll see soon.
Well, you will see something different.
We'll see soon.
I promise you.
I ain't these
You're
other
gonna
boys.
pay everything. You're gonna see.
You gonna see?
You're gonna see, mother. I don't tell me.
Listen to me now, it's coming down to the 2 of us.
Not for 2 men who arrived at success the hardest way. Not when the coveted title, undisputed champion, is at stake.
Let me show you how, listen to me now, it's coming down to the 2 of us. I'm here to rumble.
Camp after camp. Fight after fight. For 16 long years, the remarkable rise of Canelo Alvarez has unspooled in public. He's no longer the babyface teen from a country known for its warrior spirit.
Viva Mexico!
He's the best fighter right now, from anywhere. Period.
I'm here to rumble.
The bad blood between the 2 fighters culminated in a fight that resulted in an 11th round TKO victory and the IBF Super Middleweight title for Canelo.
And down goes Penn, and this one is over.
This win secured his place in history as the first undisputed Super Middleweight champion in the sport of boxing.
Canelo!
Entrar en
Triple G was not satisfied with their last fight, so he faced the Mexican again. But in the 3rd and final installment of their trilogy fight, Canelo put on a convincing performance against Gennady Golovkin, this time in the super middleweight division.
Maybe it's just to put these combinations. Triple G's, it all comes to a close right now. Good point to make a good impression to say, hey, I live for greatness.
With an an upcoming fight against undisputed junior middleweight champion Jermell Charlo, fans are pumped to see how Canelo will dominate. Want to see more action-filled fights? Be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a smashing like.
Die out, I've been killing with my looks. Feeling like a pro, I've been schooling all these rugs. They be betting all us calling plays out the books.